This channel is for educational purposes only. Please do your own due diligence before making any investment decisions.
Hi, this is Joe Rabil. I'm going to give you a stock market update. I'm doing it a little bit early on Thursday. I've got to be out of the office. I'm called out for some personal reasons. So I'm going to post this for Friday morning. And let's take a hard look at what's taking place in the market right now. Now, if you want to learn more about some of these techniques, I would go to my book. I am putting you can click the link in the description if you want and make it easier. And this window will pop up and give you more information on the book. Also, if you do enjoy this content, please hit the like button and also subscribe. Okay, we're going to start out with the market conditions, looking at the sentiment, which is climbing a little bit higher. Still haven't reached that 35 mark, but we're up in what I would consider to be a higher risk territory. Certainly, a situation where I think we need to be recognizing that people are getting a little too bullish right now, and we're a little too overbought right now. All right, this isn't an ideal time to be stepping on the accelerator and doing a massive amount of buying, in my opinion. All right, especially because we still have the higher volatility on the weekly. Now, if we got a pullback of 2 to 3 weeks, and this were to roll over in that process, and this RSI 5 would come down to 50 or lower, then I think a lot of things would fall into place, and this would look a lot more attractive. All right, no changes to the monthly or to the trend or the momentum on any of the time frames, and the volatility stayed the same as well. So we can see that the average true range on the daily keeps dropping here. All right, one of the things that I notice, a little small thing, is that you can see how we've done this throughout, but we were pulling back below 50 here, and now we didn't do that on this pullback. All right, so a lot of times it's a sign of maybe we're getting a little late in the process of this swing or this time frame. This time frame might be getting a little late in the cycle, so just be aware of that. We'll see. I don't think we might not get divergence yet in any significant way, at least on the RSI 20. That might need to hit the 70 mark first, and then maybe we reach that point. But I keep saying that I really think we need to break the 18-day. You can see the opening we have between the 18-day and the 18-week. That's really where the risk is. You see how there's not as much risk between the 18-week and the 18-month? It's really here in this opening. So if we break the 18-day, that's where I think there's a little bit of room to consolidate, pull back, correct, whatever we want to call it. But to me, that would probably be a real positive, and I would kind of view it as a situation where we should be looking for that as a potential buying opportunity. Now, if it comes in the wrong way, we see violence to the downside, then this is going to pop back up. And if that happens, then then it's not really it could be a buying opportunity from a trading standpoint, but not necessarily where I would think that a lot of stocks will probably look pretty loose in the way that they've come in. We want tight patterns, smaller range bars, that kind of thing. And if we get that, we want to be able to take advantage of it. All right. So let me go ahead and take a look at the 4 time frames. Monthly still in good shape, and we're at a new high. I still think ideally I would want to get some kind of a pullback on the weekly chart. Really, I mean, it just looks to me like we've gone up so much in such a short period of time. I think some type of a consolidation in here before too long. It could go up a little bit more first. But then I think we probably need to check back and test this 18-week, which has not been tested since it was crossed to the upside. And in most cases, when the 18-week or any 18 is declining and you cross above it, you'll typically come back and test it at some point. I think if that happens the right way, that's going to be probably one of the better opportunities in terms of buying opportunities that we've had in quite some time. So I think that's what we want to be on the lookout for. Now, again, I keep talking about this daily chart because we were testing and testing and testing and testing, and we haven't been able to break it. And we did it again yesterday. And we're in this situation where don't take this too seriously. This MACD not confirming. When we get into a situation, I mentioned this before, if we have divergence and it fails, okay, which it did, we went to a new high after that divergence, then we know that divergence is broken, basically. All right, we don't really want to use divergence anymore. Now we're sticking with the moving average until it breaks. All right, the only other way it could play out is if we got a dynamic move to the upside and we got some kind of a climax pattern. Then we'd be on the lookout for big volume spike. So that's how I'm sort of looking at it. Yeah, there's to me, this isn't a powerful trend. It's good enough to continue to carry right now. But I think we should be on the lookout for one of two things: a break of the 18-day or a spike away from the 18-day and a volume expansion. If we got either one of those things, then we could maybe be prepared for some kind of a pullback, or at least something a little bit more meaningful that would show up on the weekly chart. All right, now I know this is a quick update, but I just wanted to make sure I got this in front of you and we stayed on path with everything that we're seeing every week. Make sure we stay on top of it. All right, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.